Hey, everybody. Good evening welcome back to Geek Out as usual. I'm your favorite bearded hero, Charles. And we are here in the beautiful Geek Out in Old Town Burleson. Uh, Tonight here for Tuesday Night Treasures. As always, going over the new independent comics, the Marvel comics, and some books, manga, fun stuff. And then after we do this one, we'll do a separate show just so people can see just the collectibles if they want to see the collectibles, because some people like the collectibles and not the comics, and vice versa. So we will kick it off with our independence. And people love to keep on turning up my. There we go. So, independent comics for today. First and foremost, you cannot beat the new Whedonverse comics, Angel number 3. I've really been enjoying this one. It is in an alternate universe of Angel, but it has the same fun heart of the original show. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Next, if you like your Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting another book. Forgotten Myths is going to be this limited series. Dark Horse has been doing limited series for a handful of these, for the handful of the Assassin's Creed comics, and that cool media tie-in there is really nice. Next is a creative book, and it's a lot of fun. It's pretty dark and twisted and crazy. But Heavy Metal Drummer number 2 it has that weird format, which is a little bit wacky. So that's what the white bar is up the top. It's actually a shorter comic, but really fun, really cool, very, very crude, but humorous at the same time. Next is the good old independent, another Image comic, Homesick Pilots. That's going to be Homesick Pilots number 13. This one's actually been a pretty successful one. Angel did get his own comic, Jason. He's had one off and on for a while. This one is a new reboot from a new team. Next, King Spawn number 8. King Spawn has been a big deal. The whole Spawn is one of our biggest selling franchises. King Spawn is no exception. It's same with a book later we'll see is Scorched. But yeah, King Spawn number 8. Next, another Boom Studio book, Power Rangers number 17. Not to be confused with Mighty Morphin number 17 that came out last week. And there's also Power Rangers Universe, which is a monthly book. So you have 3 different ongoing concurrent Power Rangers books right now. You got Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers, and then Power Rangers Universe. And this is the same book, but the 1 in 10 Virgin variant. So that one's pretty awesome right there. 1 in 10 Virgin variant of Power Rangers 17. See, I just told you, and I even got it mixed up. Anyway. Next, this one is a new Image title, Slumber. This one is actually pretty darn awesome. It is a borderline horror book, but not quite. I wouldn't quite call it a horror book. It's got creep. I'm kind of desensitized to horror books. It's funny, but so Slumber is about a team of dream detectives, essentially. Dream private investigators. They if you have problems sleeping and you're having nightmares, you hire these folks and they go into your dreams and they find the monster and they kill the monster in your dreams. But it is also tied around. There's also a ongoing serial killer that is also using dreams. So not a whole lot of detail. This is Slumber number 1, so I'm sure we're going to get more of that information as revealed on the back end. But it's actually a really fun book. Really enjoyed it. Next, speaking of Spawn, Spawn's not as bad as Bat looks on Tuesday, but he's getting pretty popular, and he's getting a handful of books. Right now, there are Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, King Spawn, and Scorched. And Scorched is like an Avengers team-up style. And this is the A cover and the B cover, so you got both covers. And the A cover is really pretty, and the B cover is really cool. Got that homage, classic X-Men cover style from some Jim Lee X-Men covers. But Scorched, so you got a handful of Spawn books coming out, which is pretty fun. Next, I already said Slumber, but I liked it so nice. It's so nice that we showed it to you twice. All right, next, Chip Zdarsky. Stillwater has been on hiatus, but Stillwater, The Escape is a one-shot. So if you enjoyed Zdarsky, if you enjoyed Stillwater, if that was one of your books, this is a one shot to kind of tide you over. Next, but not least, is Walking Dead Deluxe number 35. The Walking Dead Deluxe is really cool. It's a bi-weekly book instead of a monthly book, and it's literally just reprints of the original series. However, that original series, because it is bi-weekly, it'll come out faster. But it is color, and it adds in extra panels. So it's kind of like a director's cut of the original Walking Dead series. Right now, they're on issue 35. I don't remember how far that was in, but yeah. So Walking Dead, I think that's the back end of the prison. I think that's right after that. I'll double check. But yeah, Walking Dead Deluxe 35. Next, speaking of the horror Shudder number 4. So Shudder is really cool. It is a magazine format in the old style of your classic horror magazines, your pulp magazines. So you have short stories in these that continue month over month. But it is it's kind of a homage to old Warren magazines and the old Vampirella and stuff like that. So really, really cool Shudder magazine number 4. All right. So that's all the indies for right now. Next is Marvel. So Marvel Avengers 54, that cool Rob Liefeld variant cover. All the ones we got in for that are going to be that Rob Liefeld anniversary cover. So the 30 years of Deadpool. All right. Next, so the big book for this month or this week for Marvel is everybody's favorite Red Psycho, Carnage. So flip through that. Went ahead and read this one. This one's also really cool. Oddly enough, there's also a serial killer angle to this one. It's pretty cool. So Carnage has separated from Cletus Cassidy, so he's just running around being his own red crazy thing, which is really cool. And there's a serial killer trying to bait him to be his host. So really cool, really crazy. You also have some detectives trying to figure out what the serial killer is doing. So it also has little short stories after the main story. Some cute ones like of all things, a Snoopy homage in it, and a short little story about a wayward teen. So Carnage number 1, we got that variant. Then we've got the B cover, that classic style. Then we've got, I don't have the C cover, but I do have the D cover. That one's pretty cool. And the E cover. And the F cover. And the 1 in 25. The 1 in 25 is really cool. Great artwork, great detailing. Very cool. 1 in 25. It does have that bigger price tag of $24.99 because it is a 1 in 25, but a 1 in 25 Carnage. Super awesome. All right, next, The Eternals. If you didn't sleep through the movie, maybe you won't sleep through the book. Actually, I've heard the books are, hate to be that guy, but the new Eternals comics have been much better received than the movie was. The movie was fun. I didn't dislike the movie. I'm not mad at it. Probably won't go back to it, but it is a good setting up point for lots of new stuff. Next, Black Caravan. Oh, an indie snuck into the Marvels. Rad Wraith. No clue. Looks cool. Looks like the alien from Simpsons. Anyway, Rad Wraith number 1. Next, we've got another major event. Reckoning War, Trial of the Watcher. They've been kind of leading up to this in the Fantastic Four books, so we're actually getting Reckoning War number 1, Trial of the Watcher. We have the Momoko variant, which is beautiful. I will be honest, Fantastic Four is one of my least favorite comic books in all of Marvel, and it always has been. I've never enjoyed it personally. That's not saying they're not good, and that's not negating anybody who does enjoy them, but this cover is beautiful. It really is. Peach Momoko stuff is really awesome. Next is another Reckoning War variant. This is the Carnage variant. So the Watcher as Carnage. That's pretty cool. All right. Next, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man 92 Beyond. So we're almost done with this Beyond series. We're almost done with Amazing Spider-Man, and it is going to relaunch next month with a new #1. Here is a variant for that same issue. And one more variant. His Spidey sense is going off. Not as Peter Tingle. But Spidey sense. Anyway, next, can't be a Marvel week without a Star Wars book, right? Star Wars Halcyon Legacy. If you enjoyed your trip to Disney and you got to go on the Galactic Star Cruiser, here's a comic to go along with that story. Kind of cool stuff. It's a tie-in. Next, X Lives of Wolverine. I think they finally got the shipping right on these because last week's was off. If you remember, we got Lives and Death the same week. That's not supposed to happen. So X Lives #5. And the last Marvel comic we have, it came out a few weeks ago, but this is the Ben Reilly Spider-Man #1, signed by Dan Jurgens, your writer for. No, that's the artist. I'm sorry. And there are only 60 of these, so this is number 57 of 60, numbered right there by Dan Jurgens. So if you like your autographed items, Ben Reilly Spider-Man. All right, so that does it for the main line comics. Next, these are kind of cool. I am a big fan of my plastic crack Warhammer. The lore, the models, the whole nine is pretty cool. And they just recently started doing this thing. They started doing Warhammer 40K Imperium magazine. And so the first 4 issues, don't ask me why, but the first 4 issues come out tomorrow. And the first issue is only $7. You get a discount for that first case of plastic crack. And with your first miniature, you get 2 miniatures. You get a Space Marine and a Necron. You get some dice, some bases, and you get a book. Kind of tell you how to play, and it teaches you how to play with what you got there. So all you need is some glue. And actually, sometimes these kits look pegged pretty well. So even if you skipped the glue, you could probably still use them. I would use the glue, but that's really cool. So issue 1, you get 2 figures, a book to tell you what's going on, some dice to roll it out. Issue 2, another book with some stuff in it. You get you get 3 Necrons. You get 3 Necrons, some paint, and a paintbrush. Start getting going there. And like I said, another book to tell you what's going on. Issue 3, hey, look at that. You get a blue pot, so you can be Ultramarines. Ooh, this one has a hole in the bottom. Womp womp. And you get 3 Assault Intercessors, which, if that means nothing to you, then you can read this little book and it'll tell you why that matters. Anyway, you get 3 little miniatures with that one. You get to build them, fill up your army. And promised you 4 issues in 1 week, right? That's what we said. We said 4 issues in 1 week. Issue number 4, you get 3 more Necrons. Oh, I'm sorry, you get 4 Necrons in issue 4. And another pot of paint. So you're even building up your supply, which you just moved away. So you get these 4 guys to build. So you get to build, you get to paint. Oh, and this one comes with a map play. So you even have a field. So you get the magazine, the field. So teaches you the basics of the 40K. It's a nice, good way to get started in the Warhammers if you are curious about the Warhammer. And if you get it and you go like, oh, this looks really cool, but I don't care, then you only dropped $6 or $7, and you may have one of the longest running hobbies that you'll ever have, or you just found some cool stuff and it's not for you. And that's cool too, because there's different things for everyone. So that's the comics. Now we got the books. Well, let's go with the mangas first. Cool? We'll go with the mangas first. So Steins Gate, which I have gotten really good feedback from people. I have not read it, I have not watched it, but it is a very popular anime. And this is the complete collection of the complete manga of the original Steins Gate story. So there you go. Next, everybody's favorite anthropomorphic romantic wolf thing, Beastars 17. Next, classic re-release hardback, volume 4 of Fist of the North Star. And this one's really cool. This is a very popular show on a live action show on the Netflix. Alice in Borderland. Watched a couple episodes of it. I need to watch the whole thing. So far, I really enjoyed it. Yes, Jason, spend all the money. You can keep spending money. I'll take it. I'll take it all. So Alice in Borderland #1, really solid, cool, modern kind of crazy telling of Alice in Wonderland. Those never get old. There's a billion of them out there, but they're really cool. So that's the manga for the week. Next, we will get into our trade paperbacks. So this is a restock. It's already been out, but hey, it's always nice to tell you. We got Avatar: The Last Airbender, North and South in stock. That will be in the kids section because we have our kids section back. Next, Masters of the Universe Revelation. This was the prequel to the Netflix TV show. It was pretty cool. I'll say the second half of the show redeemed the first half of it. I was a little mad there was no He-Man in my He-Man show, but they did call it Masters of the Universe and not He-Man. So, but the second half of it was really, really solid. So, it made the first half work. Next, All Nighter, Volume 1, Chip Zdarsky. Funny superhero book. Chip Zdarsky never treats us wrong. So if you like your Chip Zdarsky, the All Nighter independent book, the cool thing, Chip Zdarsky's independent stuff is even better than his superhero stuff because he's not tied in to having to follow all the superhero rules. And whenever artists and writers get to do that, like people like Chip Zdarsky, Donny Cates, somebody else, anyway, whenever the writers that normally play in superhero stuff get to play in not superhero stuff, if you like the superhero stuff, you'll love their not superhero stuff. Radiant Black, Volume 2. This one's been a pretty solid book for Image lately. Radiant Black, Volume 2. Next, we got A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance back in stock. It was really cool, kind of crime drama style. Really solid book. Rick Remender, another guy who plays really fun stuff in the superhero world, but whenever he gets outside of the superhero world, gritty, awesome stuff. Next, again, Powers, Brian Michael Bendis. The best ever. Brian Michael Bendis, Powers, very, very awesome book. They need to bring it back. That was a fun one. All right, next, you like your we had some Alice in Wonderland retellings, Arthurian Legend retellings, Once and Future. Lots of fun. Once and Future is a great Arthurian retelling. Next, Star Trek Classics, Mirror Universe Saga. So the Mirror Universe is one of the really cool stories for Star Trek. You have all of your bad versions of everybody, and the good guys are the bad guys, and the bad guys are the good guys. It's a really great saga. That was from Star Trek 9 through 16. So, and that there's a little DC and like classic artwork. None of this new stuff. That was really fun. Deep Beyond Volume 2. Another great independent title. Mirko Andolfo is really fun writer and artist both ways. Makes some really good stuff. Next, Bunny Mask Volume 1. You want some sick and twisted stuff? Bunny Mask, Aftershock. It's great. It's gory. It's lots of fun. Not necessarily a trade paperback, but do you like Junji Ito? Uzumaki coloring book. So the artwork from your black and white Junji Ito comics, manga, available to color. You can make it look pretty. It's already beautifully horrifying, but ooh, that was creepy. Color you some spooky stuff. Looks beautifully creepy in color. All right, and so that does it for all of our trade paperbacks and our comic books. Next, we're going to go with the only novel I got in this week, unfortunately, is actually a 3-pack. It's 3 novels. It is the Michael Scott's The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. It contains The Alchemist, The Magician, and The Sorceress. So this is a Harry Potter style, all ages friendly book series. I'll be honest, haven't read this one, but everything I found about it is if you like your Harry Potter, you'll have fun with this. And one more thing I want to tell you, I want to show y'all. When you come in and you buy your comics or buy your stuff, we're going to start sliding you comic book news. We didn't do it for a while, or comic shop news. We didn't do these for a while, but it is a great way to see new stuff. This week is right up on the new Elvira Horrorland upcoming book, and it's just a little newspaper, and it has articles on all the new comics that are coming out, all the major titles. Just kind of hey, this is what's going on. This is what maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. But if you don't get one of these, if we don't hand it to you, ask us for one. We'll make sure you get one. It's a lot of fun. It does have a lot of great information. So if you're looking for something to read and you're not sure what you want, and you don't feel like asking us for recommendations, this is full of a handful of recommendations, and it does cover Independence, Marvel, and DC. So it's not specific to one thing or another. Now, I will tell you that I did say we're going to do a separate collectible show, but it was a light week on collectibles, surprisingly enough. So, you know what? It's only going to take me about 2 minutes to show you these. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So, first and foremost, say hello to my little friend, Tony Montana. If you like the Scarface, not a lot of Scarface merch these days. It was really big in the 2000s. And of course, it was classic film, but haven't seen a lot of stuff. But cool little Tony Montana Scarface statue to add on your shelf. Next, I like my Nindoroids. They're a lot of fun, lots of detail, lots of chibi styling, able to make them do whatever you want. We got a Nezuko from Demon Slayer, and she comes with multiple faces, so you can make her do her angry face, you can make her do her happy face. But Nezuko from Demon Slayer, she's new. And then the only other thing I got for collectibles is, and this isn't even new, it's just a restock of the Demon Slayer Volume 1 World Collectible figures. Now, these do come in a box, and they do come in a blind box-ish, but the cool thing is, if you look at the top of them, you got A, B, C, D, E. I say 2 rows D? Yeah, or no, never mind. Blah. They're just kind of mixed up a little bit. A, B, C, D, E. So you have all your letters on the top of the box. So if there's a specific figure you want, look at the side of the box, and it'll tell you. If you want Tanjiro, you get A. I'm not going to pretend like I know any of the other names, but you got 5 options, and you can literally just look at the top of the box and pick the one you want. So that's all we got for you this week. That's all our fun stuff. That's all the new comics. That's all the new novels. Now, so go over a little bit of the news, tell you what's what and what we got going on. Bunny Mask is very reminiscent of Donnie Darko, Jason. Sorry, I didn't notice that earlier. But, I will ask you, hey, Gerhard.
Hey, Charles.
What's better than 1 board game?
2 board games?
What's better than 2 board games?
3 board games.
What's better than 3 board games?
3 board games?
Exactly. So if you buy 2 board games, you'll get the 3rd one free.
What? Is it mine?
He already owns most of everything that's on the wall. He's a board game freak. But
not all yet.
We'll complete your collection with the buy 2 get 1 free. Also, with the buy two get one free board games, we are also doing buy two get one free on all D&D, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So if you need to if you need some more campaigns to run, buy two campaigns, get a third one free. If you're a new DM, you get a player's handbook, a dungeon master's guide, and you get your DM screen for free. If you need two DM books for some reason, you get two of them, and I'll give you a third one for free. So all D&D is buy two get one free. Also, even the Starfinder, the Pathfinder, the D&D adjacent stuff. Even if you want to play,
But Charles, I need more dice.
you need more dice.
I need more dice.
You need more dice.
I need more dice.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gerhard. You want one box of dice?
Yeah.
Do you need a second box of dice?
Well, yeah.
Well, if you get 2 boxes of dice,
Okay.
I'll give you a third one for free.
Oh man. Wait. Can I mix and match with the other stuff?
You absolutely can.
Oh man, I gotta go shop right now.
Hey, Gerhard,
Hey Charles.
metal dice are included in this deal.
What?
Yep. You want some fancy dice?
Oh man, they'll stack with books really well.
So you get your player's handbook, you get a campaign book, you get a DM book, you get your campaign book, and then you can get a set of metal dice for what?
Free.
Free. So, great fun sale. Buy two get one free board games. Buy two get one free D&D stuff. So if you need to, yes, Jason, that does include the discounted games. So if you wanted to go super bargain bin shopping, even the games in the 50% off section, you get 2 games for already half price. The third one's going to be free. So however you want to mix and match it, if you want a board game, you want a DM book, you want a campaign for your D&D, and you want a D&D mini, that's buy two, get one free. However you want to mix and match it, we got you. So that also includes minis. I didn't even bring up the minis. I just talking about the books and the dice. So if you want a mini, the blind box is a mini, you might get a cool dragon in there. You buy 2 of those, you get 1 free. Or if you just know you want a dragon, buy a dragon that you can paint and get your warriors to fight it for free. However you want to mix and match it, anything on the D&D wall is buy 2, get 1 free. All of the dice are buy 2, get 1 free. And all of the board games are buy 2, get 1 free. I will say, wargaming doesn't count. So your Warhammer, your X-Wing, your Armada, your Legion, those don't count because that's wargaming. That's separate. But board games, D&D, buy 2, get 1 free, and dice. And speaking of D&D, I keep on telling y'all that we're working on an adventure, or we're working on a beginners league. We today hammered out a lot of the logistics around it. So keep an eye on social media because within the next couple of weeks, we're going to announce a beginners class for D&D and a DM class for D&D. So if you want to learn, if you already know how to play, go to the DM class. If you want to learn how to play, take the regular class, take the beginner's class. If you want to do both, take the beginner's class and then the DM class. So we're going to make sure that everybody can enjoy what they're doing and have fun and be welcomed into the community of D&D and all that. And after we're done getting that going, the sky's the limit. We'll see what's next. We have plenty of games that we want to do that we want to teach people how to play. Because the more people know how to play, the more fun we can have. Thanks a lot for coming and seeing me tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate all of you customers coming to make Geek Out the best place around, and we will just keep on doing our absolute best to make it better for you and all of our other guests. Thanks for spending your evening with us. I'm Charles, and that was Gerhard. We will see you next week, if not sooner. Y'all have a nice night.